Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Coil Quickcard, and welcome back to Tactics Ogre Reborn, where we are probably pretty close to the end of the game. We have finally succeeded in recruiting everybody that is available for us to recruit. So since I don't have to do anything else fancy,
right this way,
we can finally move on. Come on, Kashua. People gotta talk to us. I'm sure it's important.
Is something wrong? No. Nothing.
There's a lot of people in here who definitely can't fight.
Ah, my lord Sir Denham. And the princess, my lady.
Lancelot? What?
Oh no! It's man staring at the sea!
What's this? Lancelot's music box.
Doesn't sound too good. Maybe its horrible, discordant tones will draw this man out of his stupor.
It couldn't. Is it really you?
Yeah, I thought you died.
There. It's all right. In your chair.
The holy night. What ill fortune is this?
Mostly it's your fault, Kashua. Well, not really, but I'll still hold you partially responsible.
Oh,
And there you go, running off when things get too tough for you to face them head on. You know, like the last time. And then you bitched about me abandoning you.
do you know this man? I'm sorry. It wasn't right of me to pry.
No worry, but I must ask.
Wait. There's something you should see, my lord. The sword he carried.
Lombardia.
You received the sword Lombardia. Okay. Is that one I can use? No, it is not. Well, no time to worry about that. Let's head to the Hanging Gardens. First stop, the foot of the gardens. It is a 10-person team. Kashua. Can you use swords, maybe? I mean, you can. Screw it. You're using swords from now on. And in your other hand, how about a basic shield? There you go. Alright. Let's keep rushing through to the end of this game so I can finally put it behind me.
So these are the Hanging Gardens.
been waiting for you, Denim.
Hi, Martin.
You've run out of places to hide, Martin.
Who's hiding, I ask? Lodis barely needs lift a finger to send legions of troops to your pitiful isles. These hanging gardens will make a fine marker for your graves.
To be fair, I can think of way worse places to be buried than Hanging
That's a
Gardens. Yes, Denim. That is a threat.
I never make threats. You deal with him, sir.
Oh, okay. Are you just actually leaving again?
He's getting away!
Really? Man, we suck at stopping people from casually walking away. Luckily, enemies all at 1 HP. This isn't gonna take any time at all. Go forth, my griffin. Go forth, my battle chicken. Good work, battle chicken. Deneb, you got anything to contribute? Excellent work, Deneb. Oh, crap. I think these guys have guns. Are you all just running around with guns now? Admittedly, it would... Okay, no, that was definitely a bow. I was gonna say, it would actually be a really weird and kind of, like, interesting idea for, like, a tactical fantasy game to just end with all of your opponents getting guns and suddenly being way harder to deal with. I mean, that is basically what happened historically everywhere in the world where firearms technology spread. Well, that went well. Moving on. Oh, did my unit cap go up again? Okay, so my new level cap is 40. So I am still 10 levels behind my most powerful recruited units. 7 slots. Yeah, sure. Why the hell not have a battle that specifically requires exactly 7 slots? Whatever. We can get a few people leveled up. Alright. The battle continues in the Serpent's Spine. I can see why they call it that. It's definitely not my A team, but I'm sure we'll be fine. It just truly baffles me why you would design a tactics game like this where you are recruiting characters that are such a higher level than you can get your own people to. It really, really feels like it cheapens the characters that you have in the early game. This was again the problem that I had with Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, Because toward the end of that, it just gave you, like, a half dozen characters who were basically stronger out the gate than almost any character you could have built up to that point. And while I'm sure you didn't have to use them to beat the game, it sure as hell made my attempt to end the game a lot easier. And this feels like that same notion, but just taken to an even greater extreme. Like, I've been getting level 50 characters since just before the start, or at least just after the start of this entire act. And even here in what I'm 60% confident, maybe like one of the penultimate areas of the game, I've only got a regular unit level cap of 40. You know, 80% of the level of my recruited ones. It's just really bizarre to me. But then again, this game is, in its original form, literally 30 years old. Originally released 1995. It's going to have weirdness and elements of it that have not really aged well mechanically. Alright, let's start grabbing the next batch of characters. Ban's a good pick. Oh. Sorry, we are over the unit cap, which is now back down to 6. Echoes of Her Passage. Yeah, they are not messing around with all these Templars. I know the game's gonna pull, like, some kind of crazy insanity at the end of it. At least I'm suspecting it will, based on the 2 Ogre Battle games that I have played before. They both took a very sharp turn at the 11th hour, where I basically went into just straight up fighting, like, the forces of an evil god, plus that evil god, like, directly. And so far, we're really just dealing with, like, some dudes. But we also don't have anyone to recruit anymore, so we must be pretty near, like, the end of it. Unless the Coda stuff really is, like, for that real big craziness. Which would be kind of disappointing, because I don't plan on doing any of the Coda stuff. It's just, I am not going through the Palace of the Dead again. I'm not doing it. I really don't care if it leaves the story incomplete. I'm not gonna be bothered with that again. Okay, so next up on the list is Bayan, Ngoro, Sistina, Cassius, Murdano, Peleus, Valvara, and yes. Let's move in. Songs of Raven Hair. Yep, we're all still just fighting generic Templar again. This is another thing that I found interesting about just the setting of these games. So, there's this powerful imperial nation called Lotus. They vastly overpower any of the other kingdoms that you play as in any of the other Ogre Battle games I've experienced so far. And I think that it actually does a good job showing that, because there's like a point in every Ogre Battle game where all of a sudden Lotus starts to take whatever insanity is going on in the story a little more seriously, and then all of a sudden the levels are just, boom, filled with Templars. And you really, really do get the feeling that Lotus basically just doesn't take any of this shit seriously until the last minute. And then when they do, they just, like, ship an entire army to go deal with it. Which is actually pretty cool. But it does mean that there is a little bit of, like, sameness toward, like, the mid-late game in Ogre Battle. Because all of a sudden you're just consistently facing piles of Templar. Alright, moving on. That is more characters at level cap. I'm actually invested, though. Like, I want to see where the story goes. Each one of these areas has its own thing. King Dorgalua had these hanging gardens built as a gesture of affection toward his queen Vernada. The sluice gates to the hanging gardens. Excess water was released here to control water levels in the gardens. Parts were built to work in an Aeternum. A statue of a goddess molded in pure silver once rested on this floor. It was stolen during the war. Black-haired entertainers from faraway lands once played and sang here from morning till night. And this is Hold Higher Cups. Here, during times of peace, the king would share wine with the knights who had fought for his throne. So this entire area was a pleasure palace. Not like in like a really hedonistic sense, but very much in the sense that this place was explicitly designed for the purposes of like entertaining and you know, occupying guests. As well as, you know, holding lavish parties and whatnot. So I assume this is going to be like a dining chamber. Or a drinking hall. Okay, no. Apparently the king and all his knights would just gather in this random part of the gardens next to this random little pond and just drink a bunch, I guess. I don't even know where you would set up tables or chairs, so I guess they would get served somewhere else and then come out here and just drink. That's all I can guess. That is a very powerful Super Hydra. And all of these levels are basically just extermination missions, too. That one definitely had a gun. Yep, corpse breath. Excellent choice. Alright, let's move up. Perfect. Only one Templar remains. Scratch that. 0 Templar remain and 1 bush has been slain. Because I am a hero. There truly is the possibility that I could be in, like, the final dungeon. I genuinely would not know. The only reason I think I might not be is simply because my level cap isn't at 50 yet. And clearly the level cap eventually is going to go at least to 50. Halcyon Days. One of the king's favorite parts of the gardens. How charming the swirling flower petals, how delicious the fruit, and how beautiful the maidens. So it was somehow a surprise that this king was, you know, hooking up with the handmaidens, huh? Because it sounds to me like that shouldn't have been surprising at all. Alright, entire party is... yeah. All my important characters are ready to roll. And Deneb, where are you at? Alright. Oh, wait, nope, that's only 8. Let's also bring Man with Gun. Man with Gun can probably help me win. He does, after all, have a gun. Yep, more Templar and 2 high-tier Holy Dragons, I think. You see what I mean about it being a little samey? Even the levels down in the Palace of the Dead weren't quite this samey. Because they could just have, like, you know, zombie units of whatever kinds they wanted. Not to mention, you know, a healthy mix of monsters. Here it's basically just Templar plus 1 or 2 strong monsters. Alright. Lich, show them the meaning of power. God, I love his Starfall. Alright, moving on. You know, I gotta say, I'm not surprised that the king was buried here. It kind of seems like this was a massively important thing for him and has clearly been maintained. But no, apparently it was a secret that the former king was buried here for some reason. Can't say I'm surprised. Sounding of the hours. Following the death of the prince, the king sat long hours here before illness took him. Ooh. Okay, and back down to 8 slots. Let me guess, it's a bunch of Templar and 1 or 2 strong monsters. I was wrong. Truly, I must confess my ignorance. There's 3 strong monsters. Alright, Deneb, do your thing. Excellent work, Deneb. Voltare, let's do your thing. Tornado powers. Excellent work. Yep, all you guys move in as close as you want. Preferably all bundled up so that my necromancer can enjoy doing horrible things to you. Come on, Lich. I believe in you. Yep, there's the engulf skill. Beautiful work, Lich. I knew I made the right call by having one of the beloved members of my party sacrifice his life and soul in order to become an immortal undead horror. Because I'm the good guy. And good guys can do that sort of thing. Moving on. Sharp and Cold Stars. After the prince's death, the queen spent much of her time here, gazing up at the stars. So it kind of seems like we are working our way deeper into the darker ends of the royal family. Which I actually really do like from a design standpoint. Oh wow, they actually... Okay, that's just one Templar. He's actually working with some undead. That surprises me. I'll admit I don't fully know how all the politics in the ogre battle setting work. But my general understanding has been that Lotus is like a sacred theocracy. So it surprises me that they would be actively working alongside the undead. Alright, go for it, Cannabis. Interesting. That guy was actually using Meteor Strike. So he's into heavy dark magic. And Starfall. Because it is honestly just that damn easy. Battle Chicken, you might have to be the one to finish this off. Oh, no. Cannabis, can you pull off anything? Nope. Okay. How about you, Lindell? So float movement doesn't actually let you climb up the ledges. Interesting. Alright, moving on. I'm sure the next part of the Hanging Gardens is not going to be named for happy times. The Ivory Stair, a passageway leading to the uppermost level. Here the prince ascended to the next world, led by a heavenly host. Ooh. That may actually be the top. Again, I have no idea if this is actually the end of the game or not. And even if it is the ending to the main game, I don't actually know what's included in the coda. Okay, they are not screwing around. They just have a full Templar army. Oh, my Lich is gonna have so much fun erasing you all. And we got that music beat I really enjoy. Good work, Deneb. Good work, Necromancer. Yep, everybody move in. I want you all to bunch up as much as possible. Okay, reflection, but not in gold. Still got a hell of a range on my Lich, though. Uh-huh. Go, my battle chicken! Deneb, do you have any way to reach this guy? Nope. Honestly, Templar's probably gonna die to a counterattack. Nope. And he did bring a gun. Alright, Templar's dead. So I'm guessing the next level will be the last part of the Hanging Gardens. It's just a shame I'm not good enough at this game to have actually played through it. I've had to cheat my way through easily 2/3 of this entire game. Twixt heaven and earth, the uppermost level of the Hanging Gardens, a flame burned here for 100 days in an offering that the prince's soul might find rest after his death. Alright, twixt heaven and earth. And it doesn't even let me scout, but it is letting me take a full 12. Honestly, I would rather you be cannabis. Actually, this team of 12 sucks. Let's just remake the entire team of 12. We definitely want my Lich. We want my Warlock. They've got my most long-range spells. We want my Pirates. We want Kashua. Actually, Kashua can hang out in the back. But we definitely want to bring Deneb. Ngoro the Juggernaut has a lot of movement. And then Cannabis can take up the back along with my Golem.
Well, you certainly took your time.
I really didn't.
You Knights of Lotus have a rare gift of flight, a useful skill for cowards.
I agree.
You'll regret those words. A knight knows how to pick his battles.
That's true.
Easy, Martin. Go to Barbers. Leave this one to me.
Fortunate for you, boy.
Alright, he's just gonna teleport out.
Gah, not again!
You face me, Denim. Let us end this.
Yeah, I still, like, really don't get who you are. But sure. Let's end this, you say very dramatically. Alright, we got very intense music. So this is definitely not the last part of the game. It is way too normal for it to be the last part of the game. We'll know it's the end of the game when it starts to get really, really weird. And that's the lane. That's the level.
Death comes too soon.
Where's Barbas? Martin? Where have they gone?
To Dorgalawa's tomb. Both of them are there.
I figured he would have been buried here.
You found the tomb. Where? Tell me.
The tomb. Beneath the gardens.
Well, that makes sense.
This tower is his tomb marker. But you're too late. Barbas is opening the seal. Even now.
But he can't open it without Kashua.
No. He has the Zenobian blade.
Then I haven't much time.
Wait, Denon. Listen.
Why are you trying to tell me information?
Like these islands, our people failed to join as one. It is only a matter of time before Lodis invades.
He says this while he is literally surrounded by a bunch of Lotus soldiers just staring at him like, dude, what the fuck?
You must make Valeria strong. Like a rock.
And all the other Lotus guys are like, screw that. Okay. I still don't fully get what this seal the bad guys are trying to open actually is. You will not be able to leave this location until you've completed the Heart of the Gardens. Okay. Highly recommended to use separate save slots. Alright, so this is probably like the actual end of the game. The tomb below. The tomb of King Dorgalua is a forbidden place. A giant cavern beneath the Hanging Gardens. Okay, 9 units. Let's roll. This could be it. These could be the final levels. They've got a lot of undead here. Yep, everybody bunch up. That's the most important thing. Use your gun. Excellent work. Benedict, show them the Starfall. I wish you would move before you did the Starfall. You could have easily hit all of them. Okay. And we're good. Not bad at all. Moving on. How many levels is this going to be? Relics of the past. Ancient ruins buried deep below the Hanging Gardens. Okay. So, King Dorgalua probably built the gardens themselves on top of this site by choice. Good tea tonight.
What's taking so long? They'll be here any minute now.
Patience, Martin. The seal is not what I expected.
Look around you, Barbas. We're all that's left.
Ooh.
I've had my fill of traps and seals.
Be silent, or be silenced!
What's that?
Barbas, Martin, there's nowhere left to run.
And yet, I'm willing to bet both of the, or one or both of these men are going to survive this level, indicating that there is in fact somewhere to run.
This is it. The words to break the seal.
Be quick about it!
Beloda embarinda. Fexanra len filaha.
That definitely sounds like an incantation.
Seal born of age-old strife. You've served your duty well. In the name of the great father Filaha, I release you.
Okay. So, what did you just do, actually?
It's done.
Hold them off!
Wow, what a surprise! It turns out there was somewhere for both of them to run. I still really don't get what they're after, though. I'm assuming it's something ancient, divine, and evil, but I don't fully understand how or why. Yep, that's a lot of Templar bunching up there. Oh, yeah. Excellent work, Benedict. God, I love it when his spells do awesome things. Very good. Alright, Deneb, do something cool. Good work, Deneb. We're all very proud of you. Yeah, maybe don't attack my battle chicken. He will kick your ass. I believe in you, my battle chicken. You must use your mighty powers to slay our foe. For some reason. Okay. If Benedict pops... Oh, no, okay, that's over. I was gonna say, if Benedict pops in Gulf, the guy would definitely be in range. But nope, my Griffin handled this. No trouble at all. Ugh. Chamber of the Seal. There is an ill feel to the air here in the deepest level of the caverns. But is this the end of the game or not? I still have my 5 units. Are you kidding me? Ugh. Fine. Alright, Casual, I might as well bring you along.
Behold the holy blade Brynhilde, deifacted gift of the heavens. By that name most sacred, hear my plea. Gate divine, earthly prison of accursed gods, throw wide your doors. The Great Father commands it.
That's probably not a good idea.
Is that all? I had expected something more.
Indeed.
Martin, Barbas, no farther.
Persistent, aren't you?
You seem bent on meddling in our plans.
I barely understand what your plans are. Which is quite concerning, given that you are apparently releasing divine seals in the ancient ruins underneath a former king's palace.
Lay down your weapons and...
Save your breath, Denham. We both know that will never happen. You want to kill us. I see it in your eyes. Put down your words and take up your sword.
Sounds fair to me.
Dead of Goliath and Rhyme deserve vengeance.
It begins.
What's happening?
Dorgalua's legacy, you simpleton.
What?
You really don't know, do you?
I really don't. Please
A
explain.
man came to this place once, long ago.
What man was this?
A valiant warrior who used his strength and skill to possess all he desired. But there was one foe he could not conquer. Death. Misfortune took his beloved son, and soon after, his wife.
Wait, are you actually raising former King Dorgalua?
In his despair, he prayed for their return. I need not tell you his prayers went unanswered.
Dude, he should have talked to me. I could have taken Palace of the Dead. We could have used the Ring of the Dead. That would have been fine. It would have been liches, but, you know, they're fine. I mean, Benedict's been having a great time.
Overcome with wrath, he renounced his faith and sought instead the power of the Dark Gods.
Ah, I see.
Descended into the hells where they make their fastness. I trust you know the legend of the Ogre battle.
The battle between men and ogres in the Age of Myths?
Yes, the struggle that decided who would rule this earth. The gods of light sided with men, and the dark gods with the ogres. For aeons, the war raged.
What is it to us?
Do you know how the legend ends?
Men were victorious, and the ogres retreated to the darkness, a tale every child has heard at his mother's skirts. What do you find so amusing?
It is no nursery tale.
What do you mean?
These ruins are the very gate to hell. The Chaos Gate.
What?
The man who journeyed into the abyss is your precious Dynast king, Dorgalua.
Wait, so Did the whole ogre battle thing take place, like 20, 30 years ago then? Because that is very, 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 like, recent. This whole timeline is messed up.
I think we've finally gotten the gate's attention.
The darkness awaits, and all the power it holds.
I can't let you go.
Of course you can't. Which is why you must die. You'll need no gate to enter hell.
Hey, sweet, we found the way to go to hell. And you die to counter.
Barbus. How?
Well, you were at 1 HP, so that was probably the main contributing
Artem,
factor.
You bloody fool!
And we win.
So close. So very close. Ah.
Well, we opened the door to hell. That's probably fine. I'm sure we can just, like, put some duct tape on it and it'll hold. You receive the sword Brynhildr.
The gate.
Huh. You should probably move.
Impossible.
I am Ogawa. You beasts that crawl upon the earth, kneel down before your god.
Okay, that is a pretty badass line, and you look pretty cool. I'm a fan of the purple skin, but again, what is the timeline of this?
A god.
O come, Brynhildr, sword of light, you are my rightful due. Give me the blade, that I may rise again.
I don't think I want to do that.
Chaos Gate must still bind him.
Rejoice ye all in my return.
Then again, it sounds like this guy was actually a pretty sweet king. You know, maybe we should consider giving him back the throne.
You are a fallen king, a creature of darkness. Your wife and son await upon death's shores.
No? Yeah, okay. Alright. So we are back up to a team of 12, and this is probably the last level of the game.
Valeria is my domain. Bow low before your king, or face his wrath.
Again, I'd like to point out every indication that this guy was actually, like, an absolutely great king when he was alive. Like, maybe we should be stopping and considering if bowing would in fact be in the best political interests of our nation. Holy crap, that is a force.
Doppelgangers.
Oh crap, it's me! Oh. Okay, that's actually a cool way to finish it. But it's also still just over.
Here, fiend.
So arrogant you
Begone! This is the world of men. You have no place here.
Tis true. I am no man. I am a god.
Well, good for you.
A god? What god could be so foul? You are an ogre!
Now, let's not be racist. I still think we should hear out his political positions. Okay, you're being controlled by evil.
Who's there?
Okay.
The Chaos Gate speaks!
So I guess you have a phase 2? Okay, yeah, that's a hell of a phase 2.
What power is this?
Again, I think we should hear him out and make him king, though. Well, so much for politics, I guess. Bye, King Durgalua. Cool. So I am guessing that that was the end of the main story of Tactics Ogre Reborn. At least I kind of hope so. I also, if that is the case, cannot believe that the endgame level cap was still only 40.
The gate's opening! We'll be pulled in!
Oh, great Zephyr, dance unseen, fly across heaven's veil.
Oh, sweet. Somebody remembered that teleportation magic exists. Oh, is that Warren?
Warren!
This place will soon collapse. When it does, the Chaos Gate will cease to function.
This is no place for you, Warren!
Perhaps not, Denham. Farewell. Oh, great Zephyr, dance unseen, fly across heaven's veil.
Hurrah!
What are you doing?
He's saving your life, Denham. All right.
In the name of the great Father Philaha, you are hereby crowned our sovereign lord, Queen Visalia Oberith, defender of the realm. Let no man gainsay this sanctified ascension.
I still think we should have heard out Dorgalua and see if he might have been a better ruler.
I will not ask you to forget all that has happened.
That's
No,
good, because I barely
you must
remember it.
why this war began, what we lost because of it, and what we achieved. We must tell this to our children, that we never forget.
Kashua, you have a great task before you, sister.
Why do you not heed me, brother? I know how you must feel. But what of my feelings? I don't want to lose you. Our father is dead. A hard truth, but a truth all the same. In all the world, you are the only one bound to me by blood. I couldn't bear to let you die. Forgive me. I know my words will not sway you. Only promise me. Promise you'll never leave your sister.
You two always felt a little close to me.
I did not want to lose you, sister. Blood be damned, I will not lose you again.
I'm sorry, Denim. How could I have been so selfish?
Again, it's because when you get stressed, you tend to just kind of walk out of rooms. And then blame everyone else for abandoning you by letting you walk out of rooms. Which is not the healthiest response.
Remember, but do not cling to the hatred. We must sever present from past. For our future, for our children. Repent for our past and dedicate ourselves to reform. Not only can we do this, we must. Let us build a future in Valeria, a future where we all live as one. A future of peace.
Until Lotus
Glory
inevitably
to Valeria!
invades.
Thank you, Denim.
So, what's Denim up to these days?
Oh, Father. No, Father, I will not
Alright,
leave your side now.
it looks like we get little codas for...
I understand.
Is it going to be a little coda for, like, all of our important named characters, or is it just going to be for a select few?
Let me shoulder your burden. You can do as you like for once. Live your own life, Olivia.
Father.
Do not be concerned on my account. All will be well. Go with him, Olivia.
Go with him, huh?
With him.
Are you gonna come hang out with Denim and see if you can't maybe keep him and his sister a little bit apart?
I will be there soon.
Yep, she's going after Denim. Was that Kashua undercover I just saw? Maybe not, but it might have been using the same sprite.
I kept my promise. I saved her.
Listen to me, Denim. You
must save Kashua. You are the only one who can. You can lead her to her rightful destiny. Do this for us. For
Father!
No, it is not about you. Become a stone along the path to our salvation. You must look with clear eyes, Denim. Make the right choice. Lead us along the true path. Make our way. Do this. Only this.
You mustn't talk. You must rest.
Denim. Forgive me.
Father!
Aww.
I leave the rest to you, sister. You'll do fine. You hardly need my help.
So, this time you've actually abandoned her, huh? God damn it, Denim. That's like the one thing she always begged you not to do.
Canopus has gone back home, taking Brynhilda with him.
Alright, well, Cannabis is gone. That's sad.
I owe you my thanks for a great many things, Denim.
No, we would never have prevailed without your help, Canopus.
That's good to hear. And I'm sure Lancelot and old Warren would be happy to hear it, if they were still with us.
We don't know they're dead, Canopus. Don't you worry about it, Denim. It's not your fault they're gone. We came to this isle of our own will, you know.
We were here on royal duty, after all.
Yep, Murden and Gildas get to go.
But I should imagine you're right. They're out there, somewhere. Tide's right. High time we set sail.
Farewell, Denim. I look forward to seeing you again one of these days.
So long, Sprout. Our best to the Queen.
But, Canopus, if Lancelot should return,
It's all right, Denim. It's all right. Look, when things settle down here, you should come to Zenobia. We'll be waiting for you. Come, see the place Lancelot was born. The place he gave his life for.
Lancelot is literally not dead.
I will.
We just came across him. He's...
no looks
I mean,
for
he's pretty messed up, but he's not dead.
That's right.
Stop talking like he's dead.
Not as bleak as they seem.
Now where have I heard that before?
Hey, who was laughing when Martin planted you in the ground like a potato?
Anyone ever tell you you'd look good on a skewer, bird legs?
Anyone ever tell you you'd look good hanging off the bow, catching barnacles in your beard?
It's not just my sister. Many have gone their own ways since the war's end.
Yep. So, are we actually gonna get, like, bits for basically all the unique characters? I think a Necromancer is the only one that was recruitable that we didn't get.
A former pirate, at any rate.
Good old Azelstan.
always figured I'd die on the battlefield, not in a bed.
What are
How
you
long
dying
have
from?
you had this affliction?
Who can remember? You get to be my age, you stop caring.
Okay, so he actually had a
I'll
terminal
have to miss
illness.
the coronation, though. Just as well. A man like me'd be a fish out of water at a do like that.
You fought at our side to end this war. You have as much right to be there as anyone.
Don't you worry about me. I'm just glad an old pirate whose only talent was killing had the chance to do one thing worth the doing. I took my fill of treasure, coin, and women. But it was never enough. The day I lost my girl, I shut out the world. It wasn't until this war I let myself be part of it again. And that's reward enough.
And a great boon to us.
You helped bring light back into the world. I don't have to be around to see it with my own eyes, to know it's true. I have only one concern.
What's that?
I don't think I'd rest proper on dry land. No need for a grave. Won't come and visit. When I'm gone, boy, I want you to bury me at sea.
Yeah, that's
Glad to know
fitting.
there's still seawater in your veins. Don't worry. I'll do it. I promise.
Thank you, Denim.
This ending is going to go on for a while.
He was a good man. You would have liked him. A friend left home recently.
Oh, who was this one? Oh, Don Alto.
You're leaving with these children for Almorica, then?
They were born of Wallaster parents. The war may be over, but many still harbor doubts about the other clans. I think it best that these orphans were somewhere other than Heim.
The people must put aside such foolish fears.
And they will. You'll see to that, I've no doubt. But these changes can't happen overnight.
Yep, I agree
The Great
completely.
Father might leap from mountain to mountain, but we move one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Will the Great Father lift the scales from their eyes?
No good hoping for miracles. They're an illusion, however sweet. The change we seek is born one day at a time. Any who can't be thankful for the days they have are unworthy of miracles.
If we do get a nice
claimed
little
their
coda
paths,
for
but not their
Deneb, that'll
future.
probably be fun.
They have hope. It's you who gave them that, Denim. I have no doubt the seed you've sown will bloom and bear fruit. I, for one, look forward to that day.
As do I.
Yeah, if there's one thing that I think Olivia is going to see to, it's making sure that Denim seed bears fruit.
There's a journey I must make before Lodis returns. I want to see Lancelot's homeland, the kingdom he gave his life for.
Who goes there?
Friends of the Resistance, and no friends of yours.
The Resistance?
Yeah, you also killed a lot of innocent people there, Lancelot.
Wait, do you even know who we are?
You're Lancelot, and that makes you my enemy.
Lancelot is my name, true. How is it that you know me?
It's been 5 years now. Before the war with the Empire. They advanced, and we fled, vagrants in our own land. My wife fell ill, and before I knew it, she was gone. I considered following her into death. My thoughts often strayed down that path before battle, but her music box still sang of life, and I knew it was not my time. My burden had not yet reached its end. I'm sorry. One young as you should never be forced to fight. But that's not the world we live in. Don't worry over me, Father. I'll be back.
You know what? That was pretty good. That was pretty good after all, I think. You know? I mean, certainly not the best game I've ever played. Certainly not the best tactics game I've ever played. Definitely shows its age. Definitely has some pretty considerable flaws in its structure. But I had a really good time playing this. You know, once I got past the utter frustration in early Act 2, where it became clear that I simply didn't have the skill necessary to beat this game legit. And yes, ever since then, I have quite literally been cheating my way throughout the entire game. And I acknowledge that. But even with that acknowledged, I very much enjoyed my experience with this. I finally got to actually experience one of the Tactics Ogre's games. And I was always really curious how the series made that transition from RTS to TTRPG. And I think it did that transition quite well, honestly. I mean, about as well as you could. And the fact that this is even older than Final Fantasy Tactics, I think shows how important it was to the development of TTRPGs. Obviously, there was Fire Emblem long before this, but Fire Emblem took the genre in kind of a different direction, I think. A direction that I think has resonated with more people more widely than the direction of games like Tactics Ogre and Final Fantasy Tactics did. Not that those games are not beloved and have, you know, considerable audiences and people who really love them. But I think it's really fascinating just to see very much where the line of TTRPGs that led into Final Fantasy Tactics and beyond sort of got one of its most profound starts here with Tactics Ogre. That's one of the things I've always loved doing with this channel, is playing older games that really had like a real impact. Games that were moments of real evolution in their genres. And this was an absolutely fantastic example of that. It really, really was. If it wasn't for Tactics Ogre, Final Fantasy Tactics may have not been what it was. And if not for Final Fantasy Tactics, it is possible that many of the more traditional elements of Final Fantasy, like your more traditional jobs and classes and everything, it is possible that many of those elements would not have persisted as strongly as they did in the series over time if it hadn't been for games like Final Fantasy Tactics keeping those structures more fresh in people's minds. Especially as the series really moved away from those notions with Final Fantasy 6 and 7 and 8. And didn't really circle back around to them more aggressively until FF9. I think that you can draw a line of inspiration to this, to Tactics Ogre. And of course, the Tactics Ogre series itself has other games as well. I believe. I know of at least one other, like the Knight of Lotus or something. I think there's more. But the point is, I am really glad that I played this. I am really glad that I got to enjoy this.
All ashore, it's going ashore.
And
sail for Lotus.
even if I had to cheat my way through it from start to finish, I'm glad that I did. Oh, right, the surviving Dark Knights. They're returning to Lotus. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. And so there we go. That was Tactics Ogre Reborn, the remake of the 1995 Tactics Ogre game that took TTRPGs to the next level. You can now use the World Tarot. World Tarot allows you to move your party between various points in the game's timeline. These points are called anchor points. There are several scattered throughout each chapter. Still be able to use all the unlocked game features. Along with the World Tarot, games also includes new level sync and item scaling features. Okay. And somehow, by some insanity, my party character's level is still not 50. I truly wish for someone to explain that to me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.